have a question for you. Do you usually think your feelings, or do you feel your feelings? Hey Chill Fam, I'm super excited to be back. If you're a returning subscriber, you know how I feel about you. I'm so glad that you've come back. And if you're new here, you are so welcome. I do hope that you stick around. So today's video is about how to put emotions into words. And I know that I titled this video how to put your feelings into words, but I kind of feel like majority of the time what we mean when we say, oh, I can't find what it is that I'm experiencing, or I can't understand what's happening within me, or I can't find the words to express myself. What you're basically trying to say is, I can't find words for the sensations that I'm feeling in my body. And those sensations that you're feeling in your body, those are what emotions are, right? So you know how sometimes you've got like this tight knot in your chest, or like this tight knot in your stomach, maybe you're shaking, your heart is beating faster. Those are sensations in your body. Okay, so whenever something happens in our life, or whenever someone does something to us that we're not happy with, it begins in your body. You start to feel these sensations in your body, right? And these sensations are what we begin to give meaning to. And once you give a meaning to the sensation in your body, it becomes feelings. So let's just say you're feeling a knot in your stomach, like all of a sudden you're like, ooh, what is this? Or maybe you're shaking a bit. Then you proceed to say, oh, I think I'm feeling a bit anxious. What you've done there is you've been able to put meaning to that sensation, which then becomes feelings. So your feelings are basically the meaning we give to the sensations that we're feeling in our body, right? I think we're on the same page there, okay? Let me just kind of recap quickly. So emotions are the sensations that you feel in your body when you're, when you're upset, or when something happens in your life, okay? And feelings are the meaning you give to these sensations in your body. Now that we're on the same page, I have a question for you. Do you usually think your feelings, or do you feel your feelings? Let me explain. So you know how maybe in this scenario, let's just say you live with somebody, be it a partner, a housemate, right? And then you've noticed that whenever you come home, they've eaten and they've left the dishes in the sink, okay? This has been happening for a long time. You're just at a point where you're like, you know what, I'm sick of this. Like, what is this? Why do you keep leaving the dishes in the sink? Like, you just cannot fathom. You're like, okay, I need to have a conversation about this. Great. So the person comes home, and your first thing you try to say is, hey, you never wash the dishes. You always leave it in the sink. That is thinking your feelings, okay? But when you're feeling your feelings, the person comes in through the door, and when you're ready to communicate, you say, hey, when you leave dishes in the sink, it really makes me feel a bit annoyed. That's when you're feeling your feelings, okay? That's kind of like level 1, feeling your feelings. So now we're going to delve deeper. So you might ask, okay, how can I even get to that point? Because majority of us go straight to, you keep putting the dishes in the sink, you keep doing this, you keep doing that. That is basically pointing fingers at people, or kind of blaming the other person. And what happens when we point fingers, or when we blame other people? They get defensive. We don't go anywhere. It just keeps going around in circle, in circle, in circle. We don't want to keep doing that, do we? We basically just want to find a way to feel our feelings so that we can put words to it and express it in a way that feels good for us and for the other person. So now let's get into the 3 steps that you can use to support you to feel your feelings, so that you can find the words to put to the sensations that you're feeling in your body, which we now know are emotions, right? Step 1, I need you to feel your emotions. And what does that look like? Feeling your emotions mean really being present with whatever you're sensing in your body. So you remember how at the start we kind of spoke about, emotions being the sensations that you feel in your body. What feeling those emotions mean is basically being present with it, sitting with it without judgment, without trying to give it any meaning, just sitting with it, okay? So if it's the knot in your chest, in your stomach, if it's shaking, if it's maybe, this feeling of your heart pumping fast, I need you to stay present with it. I need you to watch those emotions. So I even want you to go as basic as, okay, I feel a knot in my stomach. 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 You see me rocking. That's how I generally regulate my own emotions. Like I'll rock my body just like you would rock a baby, right? Sometimes we feel like, we're all grown. We don't want to kind of, rock ourselves, but it's very, very good for your body, okay? It's a way of you creating safety within your body whilst being present with that emotion, okay? So whatever it is, I feel my heart beating fast. I feel my heart beating fast. I don't want you to try and give it any meaning. Step one, I don't want you to try and do anything. Just be with that emotion. Be present. Just watch it and just label it. Label exactly what is happening in your body. Great. Step two, I need you to record yourself just talking, okay? And I'm not just saying just record yourself and just say whatever. What I need you to do is for you to talk as though you're venting to a friend. So you know how sometimes, we're annoyed, we pick up the phone, we call our friends and we just, we just vent. I need you to do that. Except this time you're not picking up the phone to call a friend. You're literally picking up your own phone, pressing record. Forget that phone is there and you're recording. And I just need you to vent. I just need you to vent, just whatever comes to you, no judgment. If you feel like, yelling, please do. Whatever you feel like saying, I don't want you to censor yourself. I need you to really allow yourself to vent, okay? To say whatever, yeah, this person did this. I can't believe they did that. La, 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 la. Go on. Go gaga, okay? On this recording. And after you've recorded it, after you feel like, after you vent, you have like this deep sigh. When you reach that point, I need you to stop the recording. Give yourself a few minutes. I don't know if you want to go grab water. You don't have to do it there and then. It's always great if it's done at the same time, one seating, just getting through it. But if you feel like, I don't want to do this in one seating, that's fine too. You can go away, go about your day and come back to it, okay? When you come back, what I need you to do is I want you to listen to the audio. Again, you're not listening to judge, okay? I need you to listen for times where you said, I feel, okay? Anytime you heard yourself saying, I feel, or I feel like, how sometimes we'll kind of be like, yeah, I feel like they don't care. I feel like, they just don't listen to me. I feel like all the gossip, whatever we call gossip, sometimes we'll just call our friend, we'll just be like, oh, I just feel like this person is this. I feel like this, that. I need you to catch those and I need you to write them down. Now we're moving into step 3. And step 3 is all about you literally just writing down what you feel. So remember what I said before. I said feelings is when you give a meaning to the sensations you're feeling in your body, right? The sensations that you're sensing in your body. So this is the opportunity for you to now give meaning to whatever it is that, you wrote down in step 2. So for instance, if you wrote down, I feel like this person never listens to me when I talk. Okay, that is a feeling. So I need you to actually write it down. Okay, I feel like this person doesn't listen to me when I talk. If it's something like, you know, I feel like they're always judging me, write it down. I feel like this person is always judging me. Because what you're now doing is you're putting words to those sensations. So now you actually have given it meaning, but you didn't just give it meaning by thinking your feelings. You gave it meaning by actually feeling your feelings. So these meaning that you've given these sensations are genuine to you, because they didn't just come from thin air. They came from you venting out, you speaking your truth, and that's where you got these meanings from, right? So we don't want to be getting meaning just from thinking, okay? We want to get the meaning from feeling our emotions. Great. So when you do write these down, that's fine. You've been able to put words to your emotions. Don't complicate it. Don't judge it. Don't, try to turn it into something it's not. It's basically you just feeling some sensations in your body because something happened. It's a natural reaction. Everyone has it. But the beauty is now you've been able to feel it and you've been able to put words to it. That's that. So we're done. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Dun, 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 dun.